Hey Libras, happy June. I hope you guys had a really good May. Today we're going to go into your June 2018 forecast. As you guys already know, I offer extended readings and I also offer a summary portion of this reading at the very end of this video. You can access both by looking in the description box. So let's go ahead and get started with your June 2018 forecast. So in June of 2018, I feel like things are going all right. They are kind of progressing, but at the same time, I'm feeling some resistance within you, and it feels like stagnation. So how I see this happening is like you guys are trying to run up a steep and smooth kind of mountain or hill, and there's really nothing for you to grab onto. So as you like keep trying to run up, but then it's smooth and you basically end up sliding right back down. And then you're like, no, I want to keep going. So you keep trying to run and try to make it above this hill or this mountain. But again, you keep sliding down and you keep doing the same thing and you keep getting the same result. So you guys are in this mode of wanting to move forward and ready to push through, ready to do just about anything to make this work. But there is that stagnation feeling because it's really not, you're ready to move forward and you feel like things could move forward, but then you're also holding yourself back in some ways. And I think probably what's going on is that like the reason for why you keep falling back instead of actually moving forward, even though you're making the strides to move forward, I think maybe you guys need to switch your strategy a little bit because what you guys are doing is only going to continue to give you the same results, and those aren't results that are actually moving you guys forward. So I think what you guys really need to do is take a step back and evaluate your strategy. Are there other tools that you guys could be using to help you scale this mountain? Is there something that could, basically help you scale this mountain, make this easier for you? Should you be approaching this from a different angle that could give you a better grip and help you actually scale the mountain and move forward? In terms of whether or not this is even the right mountain to scale in the first place, I don't think you guys are even really thinking about that question. I think that this is the mountain that you guys have picked that you want to move forward on, and it's the one you're going to stick with. You've already made progress to get to this point. I think it's a fine mountain. I think that if you want to keep moving forward in this, that's perfectly fine. And should you need to change course, that is also fine, but that's probably something you guys should think about once you've actually scaled this mountain and have a better vantage point from there than you currently do right now when you're at the bottom. I think that actually, so when I was first bringing up this example of the mountain that you're trying to scale, but it's perfectly smooth and so you have no grip, and you try to use your momentum and run up this mountain, but then it's just so smooth and so steep that you end up sliding right back down. I think what's actually going on is that you guys have all these ideas in your head, and because you have all these ideas in your head and they span a vast array of topics, I guess, this is causing you guys to not really notice what's in front of you. I think that that mountain that you're trying to scale isn't actually smooth. I think there are little details in there that you could really get a hold of and could really give you a leg up in this progression. But because you guys are just focused on all of these ideas and not focused on this one thing that, is a mountain that you guys could actually climb and succeed in, you're not really noticing these little things in your idea that could actually help you progress, that you could actually use as leverage to move forward. I think it's okay to have all these ideas, and I know that it feels really exciting to you right now, and it's really great to have all of these ideas. I just think that at this point in time, all of these ideas are bogging you guys down, and so I think that maybe if you could write down these ideas that you're having that aren't really related to your main focus and then just table them for later, I think that would help you guys out a lot because, like I was saying, these ideas are just bogging you down and you're not able to see the possibilities and the opportunities in your main focus that, if you just table some of these other ideas and focused your inspiration and your creativity on what you're actually doing right now, you would notice these opportunities in front of you and be able to leverage them so that you would be successful on this one idea, this one mountain that you're trying to scale, and then you can scale other mountains later. I think there's also a person in your life who is there for the journey with you, but not really involved in all of the details. So they're there to support you, and they have good ideas and good suggestions and guidance, but they're not actually doing the steps with you. They just kind of show up as you're trying to figure things out, and they help guide you that way, and they show up at every milestone basically that you hit. And I think this relationship is definitely a good one, but even though they're very wise and they have a lot of really good guidance and they seem to know what they're talking about, just keep in mind that even though their guidance is really good, that you just remember that even though they may know what they're talking about and they just, like I was saying, have wisdom and have really good guidance, they're not actually doing every step with you. And maybe even if they've already done this before, like they've already traveled this kind of mountain before, even in that case, like every journey still has its own unique aspects and its own little caveats. And so, yes, they have really good wisdom and guidance, but keep in mind that at the end of the day, you're the one that's actually taking the steps. And so balance their guidance with what you know and trust yourself, because yeah, like sometimes maybe their ideas are also not fully in line with what you need to be doing next. Their ideas are good and keep them in mind, but you need to be focused on what you're doing and your steps and your mountain. Sorry about all the background noise. I changed locations to try to avoid some of that. But yeah, so basically I think, yeah, June, you guys are a little bit worried that you won't really make any progress and you'll just stay where you guys have been. And I think you guys really hope to move forward. And so we'll address that in the extended. We'll also talk more about the ideas that you guys have been having and how you can start to cut some of those out and really focus on what you need to be focused on and start generating ideas in the realm of what you want to focus on, so that you can start noticing those little leverage points in the mountain that you're trying to scale that can really help you, and start becoming more creative in that respect, so that you're not being such a generalist and then scattering your energy all over the place, and you can really focus on the one thing that you guys can really be good at and scale that mountain, and then you can start adding in other areas of expertise at a later point in time once you've achieved one of these major milestones for you. So that concludes the YouTube portion of this video. If it was helpful, please go ahead and hit the like button and also subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. And if you know of any Libras, please share this video with them so that it can help them as well. And now I'm going to go ahead and do the summary portion of this video. I'm not going to be presenting any new information. So yeah, if you've watched up until this point, thank you guys very much, and I will catch you guys in the extended. And if I don't see you guys there, I'll see you guys in my next video on YouTube. Hey everybody, welcome to the summary portion of the June 2018 YouTube forecast. I'm going to apologize in advance. I did not know that the lawn care folks were going to come today, so there is going to be a little bit of background noise. But basically for June of 2018, I feel like things are kind of going well. Like, I feel like you guys are optimistic that things are going to continue to progress forward. I do feel like there is some kind of resistant, stagnant kind of energy within you, because you guys have been trying to scale this mountain but really not getting very far, and you keep like trying to run up this mountain, but then you end up just sliding right down because it just feels like a slippery slope, and you keep repeating this process over and over, and it's really not getting you any different results. And so really what you guys need to do is you guys need to change your strategy. You guys need to take some time away, really look at this mountain that you're trying to scale, really look at this idea or this endeavor that you're trying to achieve, and think about, are there other tools that I can use that can help me scale this mountain, that could help me actually start moving forward and actually start progressing and reach the top? Is there a different angle that maybe I should be approaching this mountain from? In terms of whether or not this is actually the mountain that you guys should be pursuing, I feel like this is a fine mountain for you guys to pursue. I feel like you guys already put a lot of work into getting to this point where you are actually pursuing this mountain. And I feel like I was saying it's just a fine mountain to pursue. And I think that if you guys want to switch mountains or endeavors or ideas or whatever the mountain represents for you, you guys can do that at a later point once you've achieved and reached the peak of this mountain. But until that point, you guys should probably stick with actually scaling this mountain now. And another reason why I say that is because I think you guys have a lot of ideas in your mind, and it's making you guys become generalists and scatter your energy in too many different directions. And because your energy is all scattered and it's not focused, you're really not moving forward again for that reason. And basically all these different ideas are holding you back, and what you guys should be doing instead is really focusing on generating ideas and being creative with regards to this one mountain that you guys are scaling, and put all the other ideas for other mountains, put them to the side and focus on them later when you've achieved this mountain. And I think that as you guys do that, you'll notice that the mountain isn't smooth and slippery like you think it was. It actually has a lot of little crooks and nannies that you guys can really grip on and really leverage to help you guys move forward. But you guys haven't noticed that up until this point because you've been too focused on other ideas and then really not taking that strategic approach to scaling this mountain. Another thing that came up is I think there's somebody in your life who is kind of there for the journey but not really doing every one of the steps with you. They are more like a guide, or they're like a guide that's really there. There's somebody who supports you and they guide you and they have a lot of wisdom, and they're there for whenever you need help, whenever you're thinking through a strategy, and then whenever you hit a new milestone and are ready for your next. And this person is definitely somebody who has a lot of really great ideas. Like I was saying, they're very wise, have great guidance, and they may have even scaled a very similar kind of mountain as you have, maybe even the exact same one. But you guys need to keep in mind that even if that is true, that every person is different, and even if you scale a mountain, even if it's the same one, there are different ways to scale that mountain depending on your personality and your strengths and your style. And so yes, their guidance is nice to have and their wisdom is deserved, they have real wisdom, but just keep in mind that everybody scales their mountains differently and you need to do what really works best for you. So you can take their ideas into account, but I really think that you guys should be trusting yourselves a little bit more and doing things in a way that makes sense to you. Because again, they haven't, even though they're guiding you and maybe they've done this before, they are not you and they're not actually doing every step of this journey with you. They're really just guiding you at this point. So yeah, that's the guidance that I got for you guys today. I know you guys are a little bit worried that you will not really be progressing because you've been trying to run up this mountain but not really getting results. And I know that you really guys hope that you will progress, and we will cover both of those in the extended when the lawn care folks are not here. So there's silence. And we'll also talk about these ideas that you guys have that are making you more of a generalist and things you can do to put them out of your mind and really focus on this mountain that you're trying to scale so that you actually achieve what you want to achieve, and then you can add in these other ideas and start scaling other mountains. And then also once you've achieved this one mountain, you're going to be at a higher point, you'll have a better vantage point, and so you want to be making new decisions off of a better vantage point than where you are right now, where you really can't see what's going on. So this concludes the YouTube portion of this video. If you like this video, please go ahead and hit like and share it with any Libras that you know. And if you like the channel, please go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't already done that. And of course, always leave a comment below if you have anything that you want to share or would like me to share. And if I don't see you guys in the extended, then I will see you guys in my next YouTube video.